Hello students, in this video I am going to explain you that why NaCl, that is sodium chloride, which is also called common salt, the salt that we eat in our diet, in our food, is none other than NaCl. So why NaCl in solid state does not conduct electricity? The question can be this: why NaCl in solid state does not conduct electricity, but in its molten state or in its aqueous form it conducts electricity? Why? In solid state it is a bad conductor, it doesn't conduct electricity, but in molten state or in aqueous form it conducts electricity. What's the reason behind this? The reason is that NaCl is a type of ionic compound or electrovalent compound, because NaCl consists of sodium cations and chlorine anions. Due to this opposite charge, both of them are held together by very strong force. By very strong force of attraction, they are held together. They are held together by very strong electrostatic force. Now, due to this opposite charge, they are held together by very strong force. Now, so when it is in solid state, it is very difficult to break it. But when it is in molten state, due to heat, they get broken into Na plus and Cl minus ion. Now we know that Na plus ion, this positively charged ion is called what? The positively charged ion is called cation. So this sodium will form cation, while this chlorine will be called as anion. Okay, now they will break into ions, and now these ions will be responsible for conducting the electricity. Now in case of solution of NaCl, means when we mix NaCl in water and we make sodium chloride solution, then what we will get? Again, in solution of NaCl, what happens? We know that water is a polar covalent compound. Now what is a polar covalent compound? In case of water, there is charge separation, means oxygen is there and two hydrogens are there. Okay, and as you know that there is difference in electronegativity between the oxygen and the hydrogen ions, means between the oxygen and the hydrogen atom there is difference in electronegativity. This oxygen is more electronegative while hydrogen is comparatively very less electronegative. As a result of which, what will happen? This shared pair of electron will be shifted more towards oxygen. This shared pair of electron will be shifted more towards oxygen, making it slightly negative, as the electron has been transferred more towards oxygen. So this hydrogen will become slightly electropositive. So now what will happen? The hydrogen is having slightly electropositive charge, while oxygen is having slightly electronegative charge. So what will happen when there will be NaCl? Na, as I have already stated you, is cation having positively charged. Cl is anion having negatively charged. This Na positive charge will be attracted towards oxygen, and this Cl minus will be attracted towards H, and now they will be broken apart, means this very high force of attraction will be broken down by water, as water is a polar covalent compound. Now what is polar covalent compound? Now suppose hydrogen makes a bond with another hydrogen, they both are sharing the electrons, and both are having the same type of property, leading to the formation of hydrogen molecule. Means these two atoms will be unstable and they will combine. After combining, they will form hydrogen molecule. So this type of compound is non-polar. Why it is non-polar? Because there is no difference. Since there is no difference, it is called non-polar covalent compound. What is covalent compound? The compound that is formed due to the sharing of electron is called covalent compound. Again, I am repeating once more that a compound which contains electron which are shared between them is called a covalent compound. Now in case of covalent, these covalent compounds are further divided into two types. The first one is called polar, like water, having difference in electronegativity, while the other one in which there is no difference in electronegativity, both are similar in this case. So this will be called as non-polar covalent compound, and this water will be called polar covalent compound. So this type of compound, usually if you see N2, which contains 2 nitrogen having similarity in property, O2, Cl2, Br2. Okay, so these all are what type of compound? These all are what? These all are examples of non-polar compound, non-polar covalent compound. While I am giving you some more examples of polar covalent compound. One already have given water, another are like hydrogen fluoride, okay, ammonia, HCl. Okay, so these are non-polar, these are polar, and these are non-polar. In non-polar there is no difference, that's why non-polar, and in case of polar there is difference, that's why it is called polar. Now I hope you understood why NaCl in solid state does not conduct electricity, because the ions are not free to move, as the force of attraction between sodium and chlorine are very strong due to the presence of oppositely charged cations and anions. But when we melt it, due to the heat, the force of attraction is weakened due to heat energy. The sodium and chlorine are broken apart, and the another method is by dissolving NaCl in water. What will happen in case of water? The water is a polar covalent compound in which hydrogen is having a slightly plus delta charge, means slightly positive charge, while oxygen is having slightly negative charge. This hydrogen will pick up chlorine, while on the other hand we can see that oxygen will pull up sodium, breaking this sodium chloride into cations and anions, which will be responsible for conducting the electricity. So this is the reason. I hope you understood this, and if you have any problem you can comment me. I'll try to make your concept clear. I'll try to help you. Thanks for watching this video.